What's going on, everybody? This your boy, MB Miquiel. I'm back. I'm posted up in Sugar Hill right now. Look back there. Hold on. They serious. So, our topic today is where did ATL hip-hop begin, where did the culture begin, and who laid the first bricks? So let me flip my card over. So, let's start. Believe it or not, Kings Ridge Apartments is a major hub for ATL hip-hop culture. Why? Because we have Kool-Aid, who became Kool-Ace. Here's a behind-the-scenes story. His name was Kool-Aid. So when he got, I think his name is Carlos Glover, the godfather of crunk. He's on that, you know, the, what's old boy, George Clinton thing with all that spaceship stuff. So, and George Clinton stole that from Sun Ra. So stop thinking everybody is new. So Kool-Aid, that was his rap name. So when he tried to get signed with Curtis Mayfield label, because Carlos was the, I want to say an A&R rep, he was a manager, and I would say he was the go-to guy at Curtis Mayfield Records. So when Kool-Aid tried to do his record stuff, they found out, hey, the company, Kool-Aid, the actual company, Kool-Aid, they told Kool, if you keep this name, you're going to get tightened up. So Kool had to change his name to Kool Ace. That's how he became Kool Ace. Last I heard, a few years ago, he's doing Southern Soul. You may know him as Clay Red. That's what he's doing. But yeah, man, so early days of hip hop. So Kings Ridge. So we got Kool-Aid, Major Force. Next we have the Great Cheese. I know him as Denier. He was a hooper. He went to Therrell, but Great Cheese was the manager for Outkast. People in the industry know who Cheese is. So that's him. That's Cheese. Next, you have Lee. Avery Lee Blanton. He got signed. He's supposed to have been in the Hard Boys. Don't know why I talked to Cooley C. He can tell you that story. But yeah, Lee is next, the black man. Then you have me. I'm next. Miquiel Banks, Sagel. And believe it or not, all of that is in Kings Ridge. But here's something even more phenomenal than that. Go down the street. Some houses down the street. By the way, if you're from Kings Ridge, across the street is English Colony. Don't know why I brought it up. Only somebody in Kings Ridge know the value. So you go down the street. Listen, man, listen to who they got in this neighborhood. You go down to this neighborhood, you got Mike Fresh, DJ Toomp, and Cooley C all live in the same houses in the same communities, bro. Can you believe that? Those three guys lived in the same place. People, I want you to know there was nobody down here and a guy about to pass me, so let's wait. Let Shawty pass by. People don't have nothing better to do, so look at this dusty donut forehead. Okay, my bad. Okay, so that's who's down. Bro, listen, Toomp, I'm losing him. He messed me up. Mike Fresh, Toomp, and Cooley C live down the street from Kings Ridge. So all that's down the street, all that. So let's go back. How did it start? What am I doing? He got me off track. Where did it begin? So we got Rainbow Arcade, which is across the street. So we got four major forces. Rainbow Arcade, which was started by Kelvin Walton and his brother DJ Smash. Now, for those who don't know who DJ Smash is, he's been lost in history. DJ Smash was self-taught. Listen to me, he taught himself. He went down to the Omni. They had the DJ competition. That fella won 3 times in a row. He self-taught. So now, start there. That's that DJ. So we got Kelvin Walton and DJ Smash. We have Rainbow Arcade. Now, Rainbow Arcade is across the street in the Kmart Plaza, and it's across the street from Greenbrier Mall now, Greenbrier Mall. So a typical day was we go to Greenbrier Mall, By the way, I don't know if anybody knows who Tip is. Is it Tip? It's two guys. Tip was one, but this guy, he dressed like Prince. He used to walk through the mall. He was in the Highland Place Mobsters. I can't think of his name now. But yes, he was in the mall. We used to see him when we was breakdancing. So we hang out at Greenbrier Mall, mostly the gold mine. I don't think the food court existed. It may have, but I don't recall the food. I heard there were a restaurant, but it wasn't officially called the food court. Most of us used to go downstairs to where the movie theater, and that's where we used to talk trash. We'd go across the street to Rainbow Arcade. So we got Rainbow Arcade, we got Greenbrier Mall, we got Jelly Beans. I went to Jelly Beans on either Friday or Saturday after the Fresh Party, and everybody, so we got MARTA buses, because after we left Jelly Bean, we would get on the MARTA bus and go over to Delow and eat at Crystal's and hang out there all night. And a lot of us who knew what the last bus was. So if you mess around and miss the bus, you gotta walk from Delow all the way to Kings Ridge, shawty. Tight, real tight. So that's the early days of hip hop. And like I said, we got Therrell High School parties, and then we got Therrell High School talent show. Now the parties, a lot of people came, but they weren't breaking. I was there, I was a breaker, and I was there when Toomp DJ'd. From my memory, DJ Toomp and DJ Chauncey, that's Marquez, is the guy who mastered the headspin, that's his older brother. They were the DJs that was at Therrell High School talent show. Not the talent show, the party, short on me. So, if you want more info, you gotta talk to Cooley C and DJ. I don't know if DJ Stan did the Therrell High School parties, but I can say I was there when DJ Chauncey and DJ Toomp did the parties. And at the talent shows, that's where Cool and Raheem ran the talent shows. Cool, so the early days of talent show, Cool, Raheem, cause it's awesome. Then you got Broken Arms and Crooked Legs, Hot Grits and No Eggs. Guess what, people? Same group, they just use a different name. I thought they was two different groups too, short on me. So that's early hip hop. Let's see, I think let's talk about yeeking. So this is, we'll call it pre-dynastic ATL hip hop, because yeeking really brings hip hop culture into fruition, because yeeking is a powerhouse dynamic. And as a result, so people were already skating in the skating rinks. People were dancing and turning up in the skating rinks. So Aunt Francis, you need to learn his story, but to summarize it, he was skating and he had this idea, man, what if I could take the energy from the skating rink and put it inside, and the way they dance at the club, and put it inside regular dancing? Because at the time, it was not called yeek. We just called it regular dancing. It wasn't, because there was not a name for it. Then he comes with yeek. So a pivotal move is in 1984, because at that time, Electric Kingdom is a dominant song on the radio. So Aunt Francis and FDC go up into Therrell High School talent show. Mind you, they came from another talent show. They had just competed. I think they won that one too. They came to Therrell High School. They defeated Broken Arms and Crooked Legs and Cool and Raheem. That's yeeking, y'all. That's how yeeking got started. And as I was told by Aunt Francis, they dominated early days of talent shows, and they lost their first battle or talent show at Mays High School to Guess. Now, let's talk about this. Guess is at Mays High School. So do y'all really think they're gonna let somebody come from outside and beat their own group? It's up for debate. You talk to Ted Rush about this. Talk to Aunt Francis, I wasn't there, and that's it. So that's the early days of hip hop. So let's flip the card over. I'm looking at index cards, people, if you're wondering. That's how it began. So those are the first bricks. Now, side note, I want to say it's 1985. Dr. Ice is promoting Roxanne, and he comes down to the Turtles, which is across the street from Rainbow Arcade. Man, that sucker gonna come in there promoting Roxanne. I'm looking at him like, who he supposed to be? Roxanne, Roxanne. And he gonna try to break dance. I'm like, okay, that's what we doing? So we battled. Yes, I battled Dr. Ice of UTFO. And that's early days of hip hop. And people, that's how it goes. I just want you to know, early days of hip hop. Thank you again. That concludes this episode.